right, so here he is, the budding UFC bantamweight contender, Umar Nurmagomedov, suffocating grappler, very good takedowns on the wrestling front, but a very well-schooled player on the feet as well. American Kickboxing Academy believes here, not unlike Islam Makhachev, that they have a future bantamweight world champion in Umar Nurmagomedov. Corey Sandhagen was a guy that was on his radar, had to pull out of that main event due to injury. But a lot of people really believe that when the challenges get stiffer for Umar Nurmagomedov, he's going to show you just how good he really is.
This fight is yours. They got nothing on you. Let's do it.
All right, so Islam Makhachev getting back on the proven ground here tonight, putting his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line. So much to love about this man's mixed martial arts acumen, his fight IQ, and you got to think it's going to take the very best out of his opponent to wrest the belt away tonight.
Anyone that hopes to beat Makhachev has to be on their game. Your wrestling's got to be on point. Your striking's got to be on point. But more than anything, you have to have a steel mind. You cannot break in front of Makhachev because he will then drown you. This guy is a champion for a reason. And as you have seen time and time again, Hasbullah joins the Dagestanis in the octagon.
Perhaps that's an X factor tonight, the great Hasbullah in the corner of Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. Here once more is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Umar Nurmagomedov. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight. All right, so we'll see if Umar Nurmagomedov can get his takedown game going here early. That is not to suggest that he can't realize success on the feet in this particular matchup.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook, putting the opponent on wobbly legs. Getting him out here. Big right hook there by the champ.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard now. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him,
know when to fold him. Yep, absolutely.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you gotta start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start.
Under 2 minutes to go. In position for a submission here.
Every time he hits the ground, this is what he does.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. A lot of top pressure being applied here.
North-south position. Come on, crowd, get your mind out of the gutter.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Islam Makhachev. Under a minute now to go.
Get on his back now.
Takes his back now.
There it is, now he's on him out. This is a terrible position.
Good movement on the ground here defensively by Nurmagomedov. Final seconds here of round one. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Islam Makhachev.
Into that nose, out to that mouth. All right, good. Great round. All your takedown.
All right, we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC. A lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round, both landed, multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, round two. Nurmagomedov gets hit with that hook. He's got to be careful here. Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. All right, DC, perhaps this will be the round in which the wrestler actually goes for a takedown. He's not even feinting shots thus far.
It's crazy because the takedown set up the striking. He is limiting himself in his approach because he's not using a skill that he's become known for.
Just out of range with that right hand.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah. Guillotine jump.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Just over 3 minutes to go now.
Oh, good defense, yes.
Let's work. I'm going to stand this up.
Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike.
All right, stay in there, buddy. Read the goals. Use your mind. Let's get focused.
Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Good work from the top here by Islam Makhachev.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly.
Let's work.
Less than a minute to go in the round. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do you do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space. He's got to start throwing now.
Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage, courtesy of that ground and pound. Nice job off of his back by Nurmagomedov. Throwing that low kick. On that punch right there. Oh, saved by the bell. The round is over. He got stunned by a massive shot just before the end of the round. So now he goes back to the stool, wobbly a little bit. We'll see if the corner can maximize these 60 seconds and keep his head in the fight. All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting it over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Looking to establish the jab here. Nicely done by Islam Makhachev.
It's a beautiful, fast-quick jab with meaning.
All right, hey, keep it right there.
He's got to keep pressing here.
I need you to tie up with it, tie up with it. Upstairs with the high kick.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here.
Look for your overhead.
Oh, head kick attempt. Head movement prevented from landing.
He's going to guillotine.
Good job by the champ there. Slide back up.
Under 3 minutes to go in our 3rd round. All right, this position now what we call the north-south. If you're the bottom fighter, what are you trying to do to get out of harm's way?
Man, it's tough on the bottom. It's very tough because everything hurts, right? It doesn't matter that they're not completely driving the shoulder in. It just, everything hurts. So you wait for your opponent to go to his next action. And when he does, you go and attack the hands. You get to your knees and you attack the hands with both hands and try to peel the lock so you can get to your feet. All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Well, landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Islam Makhachev. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Islam Makhachev.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Makhachev's back in full mount. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Final 30 seconds of this 3rd round. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
All right, side control now. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, heading back to the corner, and Makhachev's got a nasty cut above the eye. The cut man has some work to do here between rounds.
Let's get out there, let's stay sharp.
All right, so there is the horn. At times in that previous round, I didn't think we'd get here after that head kick nearly had him out of there.
It was a good round leading up to that, but when you take a head kick like that, when your opponent gets your entire body into that kick, usually the night's over. Very tough to still be standing, but he can't take many more like that.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand here.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's palpable. The energy is crazy because you understand that in the next 10 minutes, someone's going to get a belt wrapped around their waist. It's amazing.
And the takedown attempt, but he does not land it. Well, I'm not sure if it's the fatigue, fear, if that's a factor at all, but his submission skills are so good, but he can't execute them if he can't get the fight to the ground.
Got to get the fight to the floor. You cannot stand there and strike with a striker, especially when you're this good in the submission.
Oh, guillotine here.
That guillotine is tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Man, submission defense is a powerful thing. Offense keeps going for it. Defenders held up every step of the way.
Yeah, the defense has done a great job just making sure he leaves nothing long, no submission attempts. Even when they get him, he continues to stay calm and patient, and he's defending these submissions.
Nice positional control here. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for, because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out. Oh, he got to his spot.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. Side control now. Umar Nurmagomedov getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out.
And the fighters are inverted now.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. And right now it's starting to show.
Final seconds of round 4. Horn sounds for the end of round 4.
All right, take a seat. Now listen, you're up on the scorecards here. We're going into the last round. I want more of what you've been doing. Let's stay safe. Let's not get killed.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Fifth and final round, forthcoming. Oh, just out of range with that punch attempt.
Good kicks, good kicks.
Nurmagomedov going for the leg kick. Nothing doing there. And he gets the single leg takedown.
He does a great job of getting to his position, landing effective strikes, and now his opponent starting to swell.
Relentless pressure from the top by Islam Makhachev.
Very active off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. Nice.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. Working in half guard here, making these shots count. All right, feet on the hips here. All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as... That is it! Islam Makhachev! That has got to feel good!
Oh, my goodness.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 44 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
All right, so there he is, and still UFC lightweight champion at 155 pounds. That's saying something, right? A murderer's row of contenders.